In this section, you're going to be taking notes under video 3. Now we have one more way that we can convert fractions to decimals, but it only works for certain fractions. This is by remembering our place value. If we remember our place value, let's write this out. After our decimal, we have decimal place, so this is the ones. And we have our decimal, and we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and it goes on 10 thousandths, 100 thousandths, so tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and then 10 thousandths, and I'm just going to abbreviate. So by remembering this, if we see a denominator that we can change into something tenths, something over 10, or something over 100 for hundredths, or something over 1,000, then we can multiply the top and the bottom by a factor that will get us to 10, 100, or 1,000. A good example of this would be 1/5. 1/5. I look at my denominator and I see if this number can be multiplied by a factor to give me either 10, 100, or 1,000. So I can multiply 5 by 2 to give me tenths. Now I can't just bring the 1 over as the numerator because 1/5 is not equal to 1/10. So I need to multiply the numerator by the same factor. Now I have that 1/5 equals 2 tenths. So if I'm going to write 2 tenths as a decimal, I would put my 2 in the tenths place, and that decimal would read 0.2, 2 tenths. So 1/5 is equal to 2 tenths, which is 0.2. If I didn't want to divide my fraction out, 1 divided by 5, I could change it into my new denominator of my power of 10. If I divided it, let's just check my work. 5 doesn't go into 1, so I'll put my 0. 5 goes into 10 2 times 0.2. So my work checks out. Sometimes it's a good idea to check our work by doing the second method. Now, if I have a number like 1/7, 1/7 isn't going to go as smoothly because 1/7, the 7, doesn't go into 10 evenly, doesn't go into 100 evenly, doesn't go into 1,000 evenly. It's not a factor of any. So we're not going to be able to use our method of creating a new denominator for 1/7. For that fraction, we're actually going to have to divide it out. So if I had 1/7, 1/7, I see that doesn't equal anything over 10. 7 times some decimal gives me 10. 7 times a whole number doesn't give me 100 or 1,000. So now I have to use my division method. 1 divided by 7. Place my decimal. Decimal goes straight up. So 7 goes into 10 one time. And I have 3 as my remainder. I'm going to extend my line, bring another 0. I'm still putting 7 into 1, but I just am adding zeros after my decimal. So I'll bring my 0 down. 7 goes into 30 4 times. 28. Bring another 0 down. 7 goes into 20 2 times, and my decimal will go on from there. It's about 0.14, 0.142. So that's my decimal for 1/7. I couldn't use my denominator method. I had to use my division. What you're going to do now is use the examples that we've done to fill in your benchmarks at the bottom of your paper. You should have a grid at the bottom of your paper. You should have a grid that looks like this. And it has your benchmarks on it. It has an area to show your work, and then it says decimal. So it'll say 1/2, and then here it'll say show your work, and then there will be a place for you to put the decimal. So we did 1/2 in our first video. We took 1 divided by 2. Now we have a new method so we can see, does 1/2, is that equivalent to a fraction that has a denominator of 10? Well, I can multiply 2 times 5 to make 10, so I'll multiply 1 times 5. 5/10 equals 1/2. So I'm going to write it in my place value. 5/10, this is the tenths place, so 5/10, 0.5 is my decimal for 1/2. This right here would go in my show your work box. I'm going to give you time to work on all of your benchmarks. I want all of them filled in. Please show your work and get the decimal. You have a quiz on your benchmarks tomorrow. So for the class period, you're going to work on memorizing your benchmarks and solving them. Come up with a strategy to remember them. And we're going to have a quiz tomorrow, so I want you right now to fill in your benchmarks.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.